Hi, today I want to share with you tales of brave and brilliant girls from around the world. This is such a great book. There's two things I really love about this book. One is that all of the heroes are female and they're strong and brilliant and brave. The other thing I love is that these are stories from around the world. They invite us into other cultures and other histories and help us expand our knowledge of other things from around the world. The first story in this book is Mulan. After an army invades China, the emperor drafts all the eldest sons in the empire to serve in the emperor's army. Mulan disguises herself as a man and goes to serve in the emperor's army so that her feeble father will be spared. Mulan is a skilled warrior and leader and instrumental in defeating the enemy. The next story is Nanabolele. Takane is an orphan daughter of the chief of an African village, and she wants to hunt down the Nanabolele, which are water dragons, after the Nanabolele destroy a neighboring village. No one will go with her, so she goes alone. She slays the largest dragon while the dragons sleep, but must leave before the other dragons wake up. The dragons chase her back to her village, where the villagers all come out with weapons drawn and scare the Nanabolele away for good. Takane is the hero. In the story Visilisa and Prince Vladimir, each year, Prince Vladimir hosts an elaborate feast for the most important people in his kingdom. The men always get carried away with trying to one-up each other at the feast, except Stavert. He watches quietly and laughs. When questioned, he says that his horse and his clothes are fine, but they're nothing worth bragging about. The only thing he has worth bragging about is his wife, Vasilisa, because she's beautiful, brave, strong, skilled with a bow, and clever enough to outwit the prince himself. The prince is insulted and imprisons Stavert to see if Vasilisa is clever enough to free him. Vasilisa dresses in disguise and passes all of the prince's tests, including beating the prince at chess, and she wins Stavert's freedom. The prince acknowledges that Vasilisa is as brave, strong, and clever as her husband has boasted. In the story of Moremi and the Egunguns, warriors from a poor village dress as Egunguns, which are spirits of the dead, and they raid a nearby village at night, stealing the food. These nighttime raids continue for some time, until Moremi decides that she's going to wait for the Egungun rather than run away. She's captured and taken back to the neighboring village, but she escapes and tells her villagers the real story, and her villagers defeat the looters the next time they come. In the Legend of Tokoyo, Tokoyo is the daughter of a great samurai, and she must search for her father who has been sent to the islands of the banished. Tokoyo goes on an adventure to free her father, but ends up volunteering to be sacrificed to a sea monster, so she can kill the sea monster and free the islands from a powerful curse. In the Dragon Slayer, Adelayta is a young woman who's banished from her home when her older sisters frame her for stealing from her father. Adelayta finds a job working in the kitchen for a king and a prince and falls in love with the prince, only to learn that the prince must be fed to a 7-headed, flesh-eating dragon or the kingdom will be destroyed. With the help of a magic wand, Adelayta kills the dragon, saves the prince, and marries him. In The Sleep Watchers, a young man has been under a witch's curse for 3 years. He sleeps under the kitchen table all day and at night takes a bizarre and dangerous journey. He's eventually freed from his curse by a kind and generous and brave young woman who has the help of a kind fairy. In The Warrior Queen, there are 2 rival kingdoms who are always at war. When one of the kings is killed in battle, his wife becomes angry rather than sad and leads a brave army against the enemy to regain the kingdom's land. She captures the rival king but gives him his freedom rather than killing him. The rival king is so grateful for his freedom that he never invades the neighboring kingdom again, and peace has been secured between the 2 kingdoms. So if you're looking for an awesome book for your kids that has strong female characters, has diversity, and has stories from around the world, I think you're going to enjoy this.